Pod Apostle. Help us build the kingdom. Like, share, and subscribe. The first reading today is really fascinating, but in order to understand it, we really have to know more than what is given to us in what was proclaimed a moment ago. So when Balaam raised his eyes and saw Israel encamped, the Spirit of God came upon him. He sounds like a good guy, doesn't he? Balaam, the Spirit of God is coming upon him. And he's going to give voice to this oracle. He's going to speak this kind of truth given to him by God. The utterance of Balaam, son of Beor, the utterance of a man whose eye is true, one who hears what God says and knows what the Most High knows. And then he goes on to bless the nation of Israel camped before him. But Balaam was paid money by the enemy of Israel to curse the nation. And that was what his intention was. He went up on that hill to call down a curse upon the nation of Israel. But when he got ready to speak, what happened? The Spirit of God came upon him and he blessed them to spite himself. And so then the guy that paid him said, hey, you reneged on our contract. You blessed them. I wanted you to curse them. So he goes up and tries it again. Now, so that's the second blessing that you heard. So we had these two blessings. And one of the things that he said was, I see him, though not now. I behold him. He's seeing the Messiah come. I behold him, though not near. A star shall advance from Jacob. And this is the prophecy of the star that precedes the birth of Jesus that we're going to be that we are going to be celebrating. So this, I think, sometimes God's hand of providence works in ways that are very mysterious. This is what's been on my mind all morning, is how God's going to bring about his blessing upon his people, even through the hand of the people that are trying to destroy them, which makes me think of the crucifixion now. Makes me think of Jesus's being, betrayed and lied about and all of those things. But ultimately, what happens to the very people that are betraying and lying about Jesus? He's their Redeemer too, isn't he? His blood is shed for them, isn't it? So they're trying to bring about something evil, and what happens? They bring about the redemption of the world through the shedding of the blood of the Lamb. Anyway, that's fascinating to spend some time thinking about how God works. Now, let me ask you, was John the Baptist's baptism of heavenly origin or of earthly origin? Now, did the scribes and Pharisees, the leaders did they have an opinion about that? What was their opinion? No. John's a false prophet. That was their opinion. Should they have just been honest with Jesus when he asked him? Yeah, that's all Jesus is asking for. Jesus is asking for us to be truthful, to seek the truth. They weren't about, they had an answer, but they said, we're not giving the answer. Now, sometimes we may have a conversation with God, and we have to be honest with God. Yes or no? Absolutely. We don't understand something, we don't get it, we're heartbroken, we don't see the hand of God's providence, we don't understand. Let's be honest with God. Let's be honest with him in our prayer. I believe it is, I am absolutely convicted of the reality that, yes, we live in a world full of of people like Balaam who will take money to curse. But God can bring good out of that. And that is a mystery of faith that we only learn on our knees. That is a mystery of faith that we learn before the crucifix. And so all of these elements this morning, let's believe. I believe that John's baptism was of heavenly origin. And, and I hate to have too much sympathy for the leaders of the Jews because they were just plain dishonest. But at the same time, Jesus came to save them just as he came to save us sinners too.